do this, guys. So upper right-hand side, our blue Terran player from Dead Pixels. If he can take a map in this series, he will force a three-way tie. If he wins this series, he'll knock herO out of it. Let's see what happens. So the top right-hand side, the blue Terran player is Optimus. And he's going up against the red Protoss to the lower left from Root Gaming. It's herO. So guys, this is a set of games from replays. They were played about an hour ago during the Gumiho series. We let them play a little bit early because we did have a 20-minute delayed start today due to missing a player. And because of that, we decided to let this game just play from play then and cast from replays at the end here, just because we wanted to make sure it didn't get too late for some of the Korean players, especially because they do have GSL Super Tournament qualifiers in the morning, and it's already kind of past midnight for them. So obviously, I really do appreciate them still playing here today. So yeah. Octane then. This is a map by Mavis, another high finisher in multiple TLMC events. And it's one of the maps that comes from the, was it macro or standard category? I think it's the standard category. Some of these are a bit difficult to tell sometimes. Yeah, it's standard category. It's just a very simple main base into a natural and third. And from the third base, you can already come along here into your next base as well. And go from there. I really like the idea of just having a very simple area down here that's actually made interesting by just a couple holes in the floor. Kind of make this interesting. So yeah, setting up in towards this and just looking to see how this is going to go. See this probe here looking to proxy early on. herO going to proxy as you see the factory coming down as well. Oh wow, so proxy on proxy. Proxy Stargate versus proxy factory. Well, let's see how this is going to go as we get set up in the next few moments. And we've seen this probe just going to pop up, and it's going to be seeing the yeah, I'm probably just going to pop up and have a little bit of a look around to see what's going down. Going to see this Reaper from Optimus going to come down towards the bottom left-hand side as well. And that factory, again, about to finish up for Optimus in the next few moments. So as the factory finishes up from Optimus, we're just going to be seeing the Depkus going to shade on forwards and chase that Reaper down. So Reaper is going to get chased away at the moment here. As the factory finishes, it's going to be a starport too. So it's actually going to be some Widow Mine drop play from Optimus here in the early stages. Obviously, we kind of know what the... Oh, well, you know what? With a Twilight Council proxy as well, what on earth is going on from herO now? This is kind of crazy. This is starting to get kind of crazy, actually. Thanks, Cats, coming in with the host, and hello, everyone from Cats' channel. We got a final best of 3 of the day here between Optimus and herO. It's a best of 3, but all 3 maps will be played no matter the score. As you do see this Oracle popping out, and this Oracle is herO is going to go in towards the main base. A little bit of a look to see what might happen. A couple of Marines will start to take some shots. They do drop pretty quickly. The SCV going down there. A couple of Marines as well, and actually some damage being done. But at the same time, that's just a Reaper that was over here. At the same time, as the medevac comes out, it means there's not really going to be detection back at home. Twilight Council is going to be for Blink, as hero's going to follow up with a one base all in, basically. And so on our standard map, Octane, we are going to see a rather aggressive play. A very aggressive play, actually. So continue to set up into this. We're just going to be seeing the barracks just building in the main, and we're just going to be seeing the a couple of warp gates continue to set up into this. Stalkers continue to warp on through, and we're just going to see this Oracle out of energy for now, but we'll get it back in the near future. And again, the first medevac coming down here as well. So let's watch this medevac, and at the same time, let's have a peek on the picture-in-picture as to what's happening with that little push at the front. Just Stalkers pushing away as we see the Widow Mines. 12 workers! Wow, well, that's kind of huge. Now we can focus back up here for a little while as Stalkers come through. This bunker's not ready just yet from Optimus. This is going to be kind of crazy because, again, we're in this scenario where we don't really have, an economy going to be, a way for, herO to immediately defend those Widow Mines. There isn't really a way for Optimus to defend this army. Marines and SCVs will pull on into this. Swaddle will come down, obviously will help to deflect this now, and Optimus building a Cyclone back on his factory. I kind of like that as we see the Widow Mines in the picture-in-picture going off again for another 6 workers killed. herO only has 5 workers left, but he has Stalkers to micro to make the most out of this still. And again, a very interesting scenario here as Optimus is going to lift and relocate. And Octane has given us a pretty crazy game so far here today. Stalkers continue to work their way through this, and we are going to be seeing again an SCV or 2 continue to drop on down. This orbital command center here from Optimus is going to continue dropping as well. Stalkers continue to work their way through this now as the orbital continues to get pushed away. Barracks as well, down to the bottom right-hand side of this map base. So the Stalker's just poking, just prodding. Orbital will go down. Can he force a base trade? There's a Stargate up, but does herO have the money? I don't think so. I don't think he has the money to actually force the base trade. To actually be able to pick off these units with a Phoenix or something. He's got 4 workers left. All of which must have come up this side or somewhere. Where are they? Workers, probes. They're hiding over here, 3 of them. Where's the 4th one? I guess on the proxy, right? No, there it is. He needs a lot of money though, and that's the issue. He's going to have to defend his Nexus before that happens. Double Cyclone coming over as well. Ooh, nice blink. Of course, I forgot he had blink here because he did proxy that Twilight. Revelation comes down. We are going to see that Widowmine getting picked off. And again, a couple of Cyclones just going to unload here. Widowmine is still looking to go off when it can. Revelation isn't ready just yet, but it will get him back to mining. Obviously, Optimus knows he can't really let that happen. So he is going to come on in, and he's going to push back a Stalker. 5 probes now on the map. 1 SCV, but it doesn't matter. Oh, there is actually a CC. I didn't realize this orbital go away. I completely forgot Optimus had a natural. So he does have a natural. That changes a lot because now he's on an island base. There isn't actually a way to deal with the island base. Oh, wow. Optimus. Gonna utilize the map right there. There is island bases here on Octane, which is something a little bit different. It's something that doesn't really get used in the majority of games, but it might actually be the saving grace for Optimus here in game number 1. Wow. The new map has an island on it actually gets used. I can't believe the island gets used in a game-changing situation. In the first time we ever see the map. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. 2 Cyclones going to unload over here. The Marine as well, just unloading to the left side. An Oracle and a few Stalkers in the main. The 2 Cyclones going to go back over. I mean, I guess he knows these units are here, right? As the Widowmine does get cleaned out now before anything else happens. herO mining with 5 workers, but double, single mule and SCV. Optimus has what he needs. He has what he needs to make this work. You'll see the double Cyclone will drop around as well, and he's going to be able to work his way through the pylon, the gateway, and all the rest of it. Obviously, he'll be able to pick away, pick away, pick away. He knows this. Well, he knows where everything is. Stalker's coming over. What happens here? He actually... no, he doesn't have any anti-air. Optimus. That's not going to be a saving grace. As soon as this Oracle gets energy, he will kill every single SCV there because his anti-air just isn't in position. Oh, the medevac getting so low as well. Okay, Optimus definitely cannot afford for this this to happen. Marine will try and push the Oracle away, but the Oracle... I mean, it's just a matter of time, right? It's going to get energy, and what is there here? Nothing in location to help out as he needs it to. Looks as though herO is probably going to be able to grab game number 1 then in the end. Forgot he still had an Oracle and it's game changing. Actually, this is smart. Picks up the SCVs, and as the Pulsar Beam deactivates, Optimus unloads them again and gets back to mining. So GG well played. I think he realizes that if he has to keep doing that, all it takes is a second Oracle and then games in these tournaments. Alright then, well with that said, for now, how about we just head on into game number 2. To the bottom right hand side, our blue Protoss player from Root Gaming is herO. And to the upper left, the red Terran player is Optimus from Dead Pixels. Back onto Backwater, and this was a map we did see earlier today. We saw it being used as a... as one of the maps between Su and Gumiho, and it was actually a pretty good game. So, a lot of people like this map, and I actually started to like it a lot more than before. I actually really like the way it just promotes big games. It sort of feels as though we miss a lot of that nowadays on StarCraft. Like, it sort of feels as though, we don't have these maps that actually have... I mean, look at this. All the bases are around the edges, and it's large, which means there's a huge amount of open space in the center, and I don't know, with all the different ups and downs, I'm starting to like it a little bit more, how it plays out in the center. Lots of space to work with. Maybe, some could argue maybe too much space, but maybe it's a good thing, because it's a bit different, and it made me enjoy that Gumiho game on it earlier. These are maps which the players are unlikely to have played on before, TVB, Black and Blue, But it's not necessarily the maps which are, you know, which they've never seen before. We did tell them the list of player, you know, we did tell them the list of maps so they could look at them, prepare, etc. And all the rest of it. Game 2 here between Optimus and herO. It's herO just going to be moving down the left-hand side. So I'm just going to be obviously kind of backed into a corner here, so he's just going to keep it there. Obviously, if he finds an opportunity to bring that probe forwards, I'm sure he will. In these early stages, we are currently just waiting to see. Well, we're seeing already fairly standard builds of a Stargate coming down. We kind of know how this is going to go, so not looking to be too crazy, actually, at the end of the day. Probe is actually going to deny this SCV. It's going to have to stop mining, stop building, and go up to the high ground. Going to be seeing again one deeper raise, and another deeper will have to raise maybe momentarily as well. And again, that probe is going to get picked off. Starport is dropping down from Optimus also, setting up in towards that as expected. He just goes fairly standard Widow Mine Marine here in the early few minutes of the game, setting up into that and seeing what he can do. Obviously, from Optimus, he's been using this river to try and scatter around. He did see the Stargate earlier, so he has a good idea that is an Oracle on the way out. And, well, because of that, he hasn't actually done anything, really. He'll just look to utilize his units to defend. He might even get a Viking out of here rather than the medevac, just to make it so that he can defend with ease. It's something that a lot of players do nowadays. Rather than going medevac, go Viking. Instead of trying to pressure, when Protoss players are so good at dealing with that pressure, yeah, go for the Viking and just set up in towards that to be able to really make sure that the Oracle just does so little. We're currently chasing the Reaper around him. We'll get the kill, and we'll actually go a bit further, a bit too far north to actually run into this Widow Mine right here. So, nice idea, but not gonna be too crazy. Have I got to go to Frankfurt to fly to Turkmenistan or Dubai? No, I actually fly straight. I fly from London, which is kind of crazy. I fly to direct from London. Well, I have to fly to London, then fly from London, and then on the way back, I fly via Istanbul. Pretty cool though. Pretty cool. We're just going to be seeing the third Nexus on the way up from herO to the right-hand side. Oracle comes through and does drop a Revelation. Rax being caught in that factory, making another Cyclone here as well. 2 more gateways on the way up from herO. Just going into the third Nexus as well. We discussed this in the TVZ earlier, where this third base is really very, very safe, but also very secluded. And it means that if you do, if a double drop does come in here, it's actually kind of hard to push it to deal with that drop, you know? It's kind of hard to deal with that. Pylon on the way down the third base, and I'm just going to be seeing the Phoenix Patrol onto the side. Forge and Twilight as the follow-up. herO just going into a fairly standard mid-game. And again, large macro map is backwater, and we're given a fairly standard macro setup here in the early stages because of it. 3 probes on the way up in time. No third command center or anything out of Optimus just yet. I'm sure we'll see something like that soon. A couple more barracks are dropping down too, so just going up into 5 racks total. So 5 racks coming through for this, and again 5 racks 2 bases works quite nicely. And yeah, just going to be seeing this reactor dropping down as well here for Optimus as we set up in the early stages. Do remember that all the players in the group stages get paid, by the way, guys. Even if it is just $25 for finishing up in last place in your group. If you get third place in your group, you get $50. So every single map Optimus wins could be a little bit better for him, you know, depending on... it means every map does have a chance to properly count for everyone. Second place obviously advances to round of 8, as does first place, where they're guaranteed $100 for the event. Top 4 gets you $300, third place $500. Second place $750, first place $1,000, plus the finals is $50 per map extra. So an opportunity to win up to $750 more. First one up here, going to drop down a pylon. And Stimpack on the way up, combat shields just starting. Concussive shells on the way, as well as that +1 attack upgrade on the engineering bay. 2 medevacs from Optimus, and again a few Marines and Marauder. Cyclone coming through the center, and he's going to start pushing aggressively then. His Stimpack will be finishing, and that's what he's kind of looking to push with. You won't have an upgrade though, and that's something which herO does have, the armor upgrade coming through. herO be building into those Phoenix, and we've seen those before. Haven't really seen them do anything just yet. Obviously, we saw a bit of herO's PvT earlier today when he came in to fight against Gumiho. And those Phoenix were a big part of helping to defend pushes like this one. He's actually going to find that Oracle, but neither player actually paying proper attention. Oh, it actually goes down. A little bit of a mistake there, obviously, by herO. Last thing you should really be allowing to happen is your Oracle to get picked off for kind of just free in the center of the map. There's no real need for it to be like that at all. Marine's going to stim here. He's going to see Phoenix going to start lifting up some units. Zealots are starting to move forwards as well. And again, just another scan coming on down. A couple of sentries going to start pulling back too. And again, just going to be seeing more Widow Mines just burrowing, unburrowing, repositioning right now. I'm just going to be seeing the push forwards here. To again, try and see what else might happen. Marines continue to fight this. Optimus can push through here, obviously. This will be huge for him. He's actually already going to get rid of the Robo facility before an Immortal comes out. No, he gets pushed back. Well, the Widow Mines are going to have something to say about that, though. The Zealots are disappearing. What is herO doing? What was that fight? That's not a fight you take as herO, not if you want to win this game, because suddenly Optimus, he's cleaned out all the Zealots. The Phoenix are dead as well, so they're not going to help. There's one single Immortal, but that'll be pretty much all there is. And now the Liberator comes in as the Phoenix is gone. Oh, God. Well, one Immortal on the map, and Zealots to keep on warping in. The Widow Mines are going to come off cooldown shortly. Probes pulling in as well. That's when you know times are desperate for herO. The Widow Mines are going to get the kills, though. 21 workers down. Optimus is pushing through to take, for the third time today, his series against the Koreans to a 1-1 scoreline. You know what? This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. That Optimus comes in as a replacement for herStum in the first place. Everyone kind of thought herStum was going to get stomped in this group. Maybe not everyone, maybe not stomped, but they didn't think he was going to do brilliantly. Instead, Optimus comes in, replaces herStum, and he's going to end up like winning a game, at least one game against every player. Oh my god, that's crazy. You're going to see these Zealots actually warped in behind the forge. I don't know why. Has to attack his own forge to get out of there. That's when you know things aren't going well. herO messed up this fight, and well, now he's just losing absolutely everything. Warp Prism goes down. I think herO's got nothing left to play for. A Void Raid? Not going to be enough. Optimus takes game number 2, and it's tied up 1-1. Welcome back. Whoa, I went straight in game. Okay, we're going straight in game then. That's how we're doing it. We're actually going to swap the Observant PC, though, to this one. There we go. Alright, kicking off to the bottom right-hand side, our Blue Terran player is Optimus. And to the top left, our Red Protoss player, herO. Looking to open with a proxy. Double probe scouting, and I guess he proxies right here on the third base to get himself nice up close and personal with Optimus in the early stages. Optimus looking to just Reaper expand, it seems. Now, this is Neotropicana, and it is one of the final maps that we haven't seen. There's one other map we haven't seen that we won't see today, but we will see tomorrow, and that is Arch of Janus. And that's the crazy map. So, yeah, Neotropicana. It comes in as one of the macro maps. It's a 4-player map with vertical spawns disabled. And as you can see, the main, fairly normal, kind of lead, has a pocket expansion, which is kind of down and up a ramp. You have a third base you can take over here instead if you would like, if you would prefer. The interesting thing is there's 2 ramps up into the natural expansion, so it is a little bit interesting. It is a little bit intriguing. Going to be seeing the CC just building up here from Optimus. So obviously, it's all eyes on this Stargate, really, to see exactly how this is going to go. But yeah, Neotropicana by Ezael, just to kind of go through a few more things. Very standard macro map with a striking color palette, and there's some never seen before rocks usage, which means these rocks around here, which actually block the watchtowers until you kill them as well, and obviously opens up the kind of just a bit of a better attack path here and there, not too much of a difference. Third and fourth bases are quite easy to take and hold. Rock clusters in the middle prevent the players from taking control of the Naga towers, that's what I just said. And when the clusters are destroyed, new pathways must become opened. And obviously, therefore, the players must judge carefully whether they want the vision or the pathways to remain closed. Maybe seeing the probe just go down, but the pylon is here, and the first Oracle is about to pop, and it drives straight into the natural of Optimus, who right away doesn't necessarily have something about to deal with this. Free Marine's going to back away. He does actually have a missed that turret on the way up. He did scout, and he did see the lack of his Nexus early on, and so seeing the lack of a Nexus, or the late Nexus, basically allows him to begin setting up defensively against this, rather than, you know, just being completely caught unawares. He had that preparation made, and that goes a long way. The pylon doesn't really come into play here, though, and the Reaper going across the map will look to see if he can do a little bit of something. Has actually a little bit of a ledge he can jump up here to go into the main base. Grenade goes down. Adept cannot chase forever, though, as that Reaper does have its own little ledge to use. That's something which obviously the Adept cannot. And again, just sat around the main here. Optimus with a few Marines, a couple of Cyclones. Now Oracle still overhead for herO, looking to see what else it can do. A couple of probes going down. Another grenade from our Terran player. Reaper just continue to move around here, see what else is happening. I'm just going to be seeing the Adepts continue to chase this Reaper. Looking to see where it can go. Looking to see what might happen. Two Oracles joining up together on the right side. Starport now building in a secondary barracks in the main base as well for Optimus. So setting up in towards all that good stuff. Two Oracles here coming forward. Just going to be used for the Revelation. Try and keep track of this of these forces. Obviously doesn't really want Optimus just be able to walk straight across the map without him knowing about it. As you will see, herO expanding downwards here on Neotropicana. That third Nexus coming into play. So third Nexus comes into play over here, and just going to be seeing the fourth base over there. I mean, again, it kind of depends where you spawn, I guess. Kind of how you expand. I wonder if this base gets taken. I guess you just keep going down this side, right? Perhaps? Sure, I guess so, right? Because the third goes into a fourth, which is essentially the same as a natural to the third, right? So, I don't think there's much of a need to expand up here instead. We'll see how the players go about it. 5.5 minutes in, and those Phoenix are massing on up from that proxied Stargate. The early drop over here. Oh, sorry, early Reaper over here, not doing a lot. And again, that entire army of Optimus just gathering together. Oracle's just waiting to drop the Revelations whenever needed. Marines, and again, a couple of these Cyclones, seeing what they can do. And herO just coming in back towards the upper left-hand side. Forge and Twilight coming down then from herO, so setting up in towards that. That's something for him to set up towards as we see the two Phoenix actually going to peel away and actually going to be enough to hook away that medevac. So herO, nice catch here. And with both of those Widow Mines, the rest of the Phoenix come back, they will just die. Those Widow Mines, so it's nice pick-offs. Gets one, gets... Oh! Has to lift up again. Small mistake, but nothing too crazy. And nice pick-off again. Optimus not really getting anything out of that medevac drop, apart from knowing that there is indeed 6 or 7 Phoenix on the map at the very least. So, I mean, that's some information for him, but it's not really sort of like, oh, wow, you know, really glad I know that now, you know? It's not like that at all. You see the Phoenix again moving around here. Extra gates on the way up, and the follow-up here from herO is going to be the Twilight Council and the Forge going into Resonant Glaives and +1 attack. Robot Facility comes down on the natural expansion too. And still these Phoenix just gathering up together. Tank Sieges and Marines are going to be able to push their way through that Stargate, doing quite a bit of damage. The Phoenix are coming back in, he needs to be able to push those back too. The last thing he wants is his Cyclones being picked up and taken down for free. Because while they don't transition well into the later stages of the game, they still are, you know, expensive units which will still add at least a little bit of damage and tankiness to armies. And, you know, better to fight the Phoenix while you can rather than just giving them everything they possibly want. The Oracle's coming back in, thinking it's about time for another Revelation, it seems. Optimus again just looking to play the pure 2 bases for now, as again that Stargate and that Pylon going down. One more Revelation being dropped, and yeah, keeping track of his opponent herO, not letting him get away with anything. As just the Liberator, they have a Dance of a Stalker at the moment, actually picked up 5 workers already, so nice damage done there at this stage. And the Phoenix will be able to come in and pick that Liberator off. So Liberator does go down. 2 Oracles coming back up into the main as well. +1 armor on the way out. So +1 armor on the way out. Again, setting up in towards the next stage of this, as you do just see Marines, tanks, Marauders gathering themselves together. These couple of medevacs are going to be looking to see where they can go as well. with this entire army looking to guide, heal, potentially evacuate. I wonder if the Medivacs want to lift up at any point and try and drop around when there's only a couple of them. Generally, you wouldn't want to, but okay, there's 2 more now, and that's kind of what I was wondering. You know, when the kind of next 2 come in, is that going to be what you want to do? Yes, it is. Optimus is going to load up. He's going to go towards the main. And there is a, you know, the fact that you expanded in the line down the left side does leave the main base very open and vulnerable to drops from the right, because you don't really have any presence up here unless you really kind of, you know, make an effort, you know, put an effort into gaining that map presence. So there you go. Optimus actually walks a little bit to stasis right away. If he drops in this corner and then stims in, you can really do a lot of damage before he, before there's anything to stop him, I guess. The mothership core's over here. There's the entire army's over here. Phoenix taking a shot or 2 right away. Ooh, actually gonna see a shade forwards. Oh, this is unfortunate that a lot of it, well, the siege tank just got caught up in a stasis. Nice lifts on the Phoenix to minimize the siege tank and what they can do. 1-1 upgrades though for the Terran player, helping him to fight out a little bit better. In the meantime, the main base, he's gonna shut down every single pylon powering gateways. So gateways are all unpowered at the moment in the main. Lots of probes going down as well. Twilight Council will also drop. Glaive's already researched, but the follow-up to Glaive's has not been. You're going to see now the Medivacs will load and obviously will unload down here as the Phoenix will get pushed away. This was nice from Optimus. Damage really done nicely in the main base so far. This actually went really well for him. Again, the attack to the south side, I guess, was the thing that didn't really go his way, but the attack in the main, I love it. Again, targeting down the pylons, damage he knows he can do immediately. Takes away the threat of overcharge defense as well. Medevac's on trouble, man. I like it. Lifting up and using the high ground now instead. At the same time, he's got so many of these units up to the top right. There's actually going to be an army pushing in from Optimus to the left-hand side. And you know what? I don't actually know. Whoa, he's going to walk into the stasis. That's what's going to slow him down. I was about to say, I don't know what slows Optimus down in this situation. I don't know what helps him to kind of, you know, lose this kind of attack on the third, but stasis losing half his army, and that makes the difference of being able to push through these pylons with overcharge and not. And by the time these units come out of stasis, the rest of the armies come back over here. Mortals are here as well, and it will be herO able to take a fight to try and start cleaning this up. The 2 Immortals will get rid of 1 tank there very quickly. The Phoenix lift the other, and again, Adepts with the Mortals just pushing on forwards to deal with this. Why is this siege tank on fire? I have no idea what that was. That looked kind of crazy. And you're going to be seeing the next siege tank definitely isn't doing the same sort of animation as that one was. We're just going to be seeing the, again, units being pushed away. In the main base again, though, the drop is back. And he's back to kind of just doing, I mean, he didn't have many more units coming back in with this, but dealing more damage. Optimus back on the aggressive, or back on the offensive, I should say. And now actually some Adepts on their own, and they're going to get picked off too. Going to try and get back towards the army, and they do get back towards a lot of it, but there's a lot of bio here as well. Starting to do a lot of damage. Adepts are going down. And these Phoenix are moving down the left-hand side too. Again, this bio force of Optimus. Looking to see what he can get up to right now. This siege tank is joining up with these units as well. 2 Medivacs loading up. And they're going to be coming in towards the upper side of the map. So they're going to come in towards the upper side here, as we're going to be seeing, again, Adepts, Immortals. Phoenix going to move through the center. Let's just see what else is happening. Medivac loads up. Again, that double drop to the main. It's time and time again we're seeing the drop to the main creating the issues. And we're seeing that herO is still currently moving through towards the bottom right-hand side. And Medivac does get taken down. But here we go. We're going to be seeing the Marines and Marauders continue to work their way through these gateways. The Adepts are going to jump on top of all these SCVs though, and the Marauders as well. And actually Optimus might just not have enough to hold on back at home. And I think that might just about be game number 3 going to herO to confirm it is going to be the 2-1 and the 3-way tie in this group. 5-4, 5-4, 5-4 for Su, Gumiho, and herO. And that was with herO beating Su, Su beating Gumiho, and Gumiho beating herO. It creates that kind of 5-4 scoreline amongst them all, and obviously each of them dropped a map to Optimus here today, which I think is one of the biggest storylines. Optimus comes in as a last-minute replacement,